Hey, it's a fine morning to start the show. Welcome to the first episode of JGPN. So, without further ado, we can start the show. Andel Industries raised $5 billion led by Thrive Capital and Anderson Horowitz, doubling its valuation to $61 billion. The company reported $2.2 billion in 2025 revenue and nearly doubled its employees. The money they raised are used to focus on the Arsenal One manufacturing, improving R&D in autonomous drones, missiles, air defense, and their AI battlefield software Lattice OS. The CEO Shrimp explicitly cited a China 2027 Taiwan scenario as the core strategic driver needed for this growth of the company. Next is about Isomorphic Labs, the AI drug discovery company spun out of Google DeepMind and led by Nobel laureate Demis Hassabis, raised $2.1 billion in Series B led by Thrive Capital with participation from Alphabet, GV, MGX, Temasek, Captain and UK Sovereign AI Fund. AI drug discovery is graduating from hype to institutional grade investments. This company has active partnership with major pharma companies targeting cancer, autoimmune disease, and metabolic conditions. It uses AI and machine learning algorithms for fast tracking the drug discoveries. Even though the company hasn't yet put a drug in clinical trials, it has successfully raised $2.1 billion from the VCs. Cerebras Systems, maker of the world's largest AI chips, wafer scale engine, went public this week with shares surging 68% on day one, pushing toward a $100 billion valuation on just $500 million in 2025 revenue. The company previously had a $10 billion compute deal with OpenAI, making the company a $100 billion valuation. This is another company that has raised its valuation due to AI trends, even though its revenue doesn't justify its valuation. Next, Mind Robotics, a company that focuses on building AI-enabled industrial robotics platform, has raised $400 million from Kleiner Perkins, bringing total funding above $1 billion in less than a 1 year of existence. This is a spin-out company from the EV manufacturer Rivian. Mind Robotics focuses on deploying autonomous robotic systems for manufacturing, warehousing, and logistics, leveraging Rivian's expertise in precision EV manufacturing systems. Moving to the space tech, another private player has entered the field. Cowboy Space, founded by Robin Hood co-founder Baiju Bhatt, raised $275 million in a Series B at a $2 billion valuation led by Index Ventures. The company is building rocket science satellite infrastructure to run AI compute in low orbit, targeting latency advantages and geopolitical neutrality for compute that can be on the ground. It is basically a company that is focused on rockets and building data centers on the space. Let's visit their website. It has something interesting to say.
Ignition and liftoff. Stage separation confirmed.
Music is very good. Even though it's AI generated, the music is good, and the company is completely in a cowboy theme. It's interesting. Next, Exaforce, an AI co-analyst platform, raised $125 million in a Series B from Harbor West, Peak XP, Mayfield, Kochla Ventures, and Seligman. This company builds AI agents that autonomously run security operations without a human SOC analyst in the loop. It targets the $28 billion security operations center markets. Next, private equity fund Blackstone backs Austin-based VoltaGrid, which supplies natural gas generators for AI data centers and microgrids. They say $1 billion. Even though the big companies and data centers has promised to move the energy operations to cleaner energy, but currently now they are completely dependent on the electricity from fossil fuels. The adult content subscription platform OnlyFans has decided a partial stake sale at $3.15 billion. The platform generates $6 billion the last year alone. The private equity investors are clearly positioning for either a full sale or eventual IPO of one of the most profitable creator economy platforms ever built. If you ask me, I surely say it's a good company to invest in, according to the numbers and the amount that they generate, and according to the profits and revenue they generate. Not like other AI companies that are going with a high valuation with no specific justification to their valuations, even though they generate massive losses and not a single profit. Next, 137 Ventures, known for its SpaceX secondary stake holdings, raised $700 million across growth stage funds with known positions in Anduril and other defense tech companies. This raise validates the secondary market for pre-IPO defense tech as a standalone institutional strategy, not an opportunistic trade. This is pharma giant Roche entered a definitive merger agreement to acquire Path AI, an AI-powered pathology diagnostics company backed by major life science investors. Path AI's technology uses computer vision to analyze biopsy slides and improve cancer diagnosis accuracy. Roche's global laboratory network provides an immediate global distribution channel for Path AI's diagnostics. Moving to the finance, S&P 500 posted its first ever close, about 7,500 on May 13, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average recaptured 50,000 on the same day, fueled by Trump-Xi summit optimism and Nvidia's chip deal green light. Moving on to the Musk versus Sam Altman lawsuit. This is a fun case. Musk has lost the lawsuit not because of evidence, but because he took slight delay in filing the lawsuit. Because of that, the judge has dismissed the lawsuit. OpenAI's lawyer said that the Musk was completely aware that the company was going from a non-profit organization to a for-profit organization as early as 2017. But Musk did not file his lawsuit until 2024. So the legal deadline to contest OpenAI's corporate restructuring had long expired. Because of this, he has lost the lawsuit. But Musk has replied in his Twitter that he will go for an appeal. Let's watch and see where it's gonna take. There's some interesting facts going on here that Elon Musk is deliberately trying to put OpenAI in a entangling lawsuit so that OpenAI's IPO could be moved further, so that his AI company XAI and SpaceX, the grand IPO of $1.75 trillion could be completed faster. But current situation looks like it's a clear path for OpenAI's IPO, as the AI company's IPO trend season is booming. After the Cerberus IPO, now the OpenAI has a clearance, and XAI is also going for the IPO, and there's news about that Anthropic is also trying for an IPO. It seems like the $1 trillion IPOs are coming. Okay, moving to the Trump-Xi Beijing summit. The first US presidential China visit in 8 years included Tim Cook, Jensen Huang, Kelly Ortberg, and Elon Musk in the business delegation. Xi Jinping warned that mishandling Taiwan would put bilateral relations in great jeopardy. US has approved the NVIDIA H200 chip sales to top Chinese companies, and China has committed to importing American beef and agreed to buy 200 Boeing aircraft. And China also agreed to address US shortages by relaxing some export controls on vital rare earth elements. The Trump called the US-Iran ceasefire on massive life support after rejecting Iran's counter-proposal as totally unacceptable. Iran's armed forces signaled readiness to respond to further aggression. Iran's partial Hormuz blockade continues, and submarine threats are added to the mix. Saudi Aramco warned of catastrophic consequences unless the strait reopens. The Iran conflict has now cost the US $25 billion with no defined exit strategy. Ukraine. Removing to the Ukraine-Russia conflict, Ukraine launched one of its largest ever drone attacks on the Moscow region on May 17, killing at least 4 people, including 3 near Moscow, and wounding a dozen. Moving to UAE on May 17, 3 drones entered UAE airspace from the western border. 2 were intercepted and 1 struck an electrical generator at the Barak nuclear power plant in Abu Dhabi. No casualties or radiation release. No one claimed responsibilities. The UAE Foreign Ministry called it an unacceptable act of aggression and a violation of international law. Striking a nuclear facility is a new escalation threshold, regardless of the intent. It signals willingness to attack critical energy infrastructure in a Gulf state. If this is Iran-linked, it dramatically raises the risk premium of Gulf energy assets and could trigger direct UAE military action, pulling another regional player into the conflict. Moving to Spain, the famous music artist Shakira has won a case against the Spanish government. The Spanish court declared Shakira of residency fraud charges, ruling that tax authorities failed to prove that she was a Spanish resident during the disputed period. The ruling ends years of legal proceeding against one of the world's highest earning music artists and set a precedent for how European countries will pursue high net worth entertainers' residency claims. So that's all for today. So it's wrapping up. Thank you for watching. It's JGPN.